All right, here we go. The Fraud Pod, NFL, Week 4. Week 3, not so hot. Not so hot. It was riding that wave I felt, after second week. Second week I went 9-5-1. Week 3, 6-9. 47%. It's not good. It's definitely not good. So, now I got to go 60% or better. That's how this works. In the morning games of last week, I was fine. I went 4-3, which is okay. 1 p.m. is where I really sucked. I went 2-3. In the night games, I went 0-3. I missed Sunday night and both Monday games. Cincinnati really let me down. But, new week. It's a new week. New opportunities here, folks. All right, let's dig into this, huh? Let me turn this down a bit. There, that's better. All right, here we go. New Orleans going to Atlanta. Atlanta's been pretty battle-tested already through the season. Kirk is starting to look good. I'm going to take New Orleans plus the 3, even though I shouldn't. That feels like a field goal game to me, and I don't know which side it's going to be. So I'm not going to overthink that one. I'm going to take New Orleans, getting the points in Atlanta. I believe last week, a bunch of dogs. There was 4 road dogs outright won last week. So I feel comfortable taking New Orleans and the points there. Philly going to Tampa. Philly's missing a lot of guys. No Lane Johnson, no Devontae Smith, no A.J. Brown. The Bucks are getting pieces back on their defense. I like Baker Mayfield to have a good game. I just think Philadelphia is missing too much right now. I'm going to take Tampa money line at plus 105. Why not? I'll take him at plus 105. I feel confident enough in Baker Mayfield to figure it out. Slime me up, Baker. Let's go, baby. All right, Minnesota going to Green Bay. All right, here we go. So Minnesota has had some really good wins. They've been making me money the past 2 weeks. I was on them in the Frisco game, and I was on them last week as well against Houston, and they smashed their face in. Green Bay's a good team, and even they haven't had Love in 2 weeks. He might play this week too, I read. So with Minnesota going into Lambeau, all the money is on Minnesota right now. The spread percentages, money, all that stuff is going on Minnesota. I think the sharp pick here is actually Green Bay at home giving up 2.5. Take Green Bay. Minnesota does not perform well in Lambeau. I like what Green Bay is doing. Green Bay is a good football team. I'll take them laying the 2.5 in Green Bay. Denver going to see A-Raj. I'll tell you what. This game will tell us a lot, right? If the Jets smash Denver, the spread's 7.5. There's a reason why it's 7.5. Nathaniel Hackett, revenge game number 2. This time he has Rodgers. Denver, Bo Mix, he had a day in Tampa. Granted, Tampa's secondary was missing a lot of pieces. Tampa's defense was less than full strength. I think the Jets roll this one. I'll lay the 7.5 with Rodgers at home. No problem. Taking it. Jacksonville at Houston. Jacksonville sucks. Houston got their teeth kicked in Minnesota on the road last week. I think they're going to respond well to that ass kicking. I do. I really think they're going to respond well to that ass kicking. I'm not even going to mess with that. I'm just going to take Houston laying the 6 at home and feel pretty good about that. It's kind of a square pick, but I don't care. Pittsburgh going to Indy. This one's weird, right? Now, Pittsburgh's defense has only allowed, 3 or 2 touchdowns? Let's see. Falling apart over here. Okay. So, yeah, Colts defense is also hasn't really been blown out. They're not getting blown out. They're inside these games. Pitt's defense is so good. I don't like Indianapolis to score a lot of points against that Pittsburgh defense, and I don't like Pittsburgh offense to all of a sudden miraculously score over 20 points. I'm actually going to take the under in this game. Under 40. That feels I hate this one. And sometimes the bets that you hate are the best ones to take, right? So I'm going to take the uncomfortable under here with Pittsburgh going to the Loud House in Indianapolis. Ooh, here we go. Rams. Oh, shit. Going to Chicago. Oh, excuse me one moment here. I got to get some water. Okay, much better. Had to get some water there. I was choking up. Jeez. Okay. Sean McVay and those Rams going to Chicago. Caleb Williams, Eberflus. We all know the story over there. It looks like they're going to have Keenan Allen back, so that's another good weapon for Caleb Williams to have on his side of the ball there, isn't it? Chicago's defense has been legit. They're turning the ball over. They're holding teams. They're not letting them run away with any scores. They're at home, and they're laying 3. The Rams are banged up. We know that. Their offense is hurt. Their defense is hurt. I believe Sean McVay is just such a superior coach to Chicago's Eberflus that he's going to scheme something up. I'm taking the Rams +3 as a road dog. I love it. I believe they're just going to run the ball. That's how you beat a good defense. You beat them on the ground, and the Rams can run the football. And their defense, look, the Rams are scoring points. I think they're going to outscore Chicago. So I feel comfortable getting 3 points with Sean McVay at the helm. I'll take it. Cincinnati going to Carolina. Carolina had a massive upset last week, rolled into here to Las Vegas and punched him in the mouth. Red Rifles out there slinging it. Cincinnati, they are in have-to-win mode. I don't think they can afford to drop another game right now if they're going to try and stay alive in any kind of playoff hopes. A lot of stuff going on in Cincinnati, a lot of questions. Tell you what, look at Cincinnati's defense gives up points. Carolina's defense gives up points. Carolina's been able to, as of last week at least, were able to score points. Getting quarterback swapped out seemed to work. I think Cincy needs this one so bad. I'm not going to take the spread. I'm actually going to take the total. I'm taking the over 47. I don't see either of these defenses stopping one another's offense. So points. Don't overthink it. Just hope they score. It's kind of weird taking an over with the Carolina in the title, but I'm taking the over there. Those defenses give up too many points on both teams. Both teams give up points. Over. And doesn't it seem high to you too? 47 for two struggling teams. Yeah, they want you to take the under. That's why we're going to take the over. Here we go, 1 o'clock. Moving into 1 o'clock. The Commanders going to Arizona. Arizona got, they didn't look great last week. Previous to those, last week, Arizona's been a good team. James Conner can run the ball, right? Washington, Jaden Daniels is looking like he probably should have been number 1 overall. But, it's early. Still early on that. We don't know yet. He had one really outstanding game, so let's not crown him just yet. But I think we're starting to lean toward that. I like Arizona at home here, laying the 3.5 for for plus money. I love it. I love it. I'm taking. Oh, also Washington's defense is not good. Washington's defense is not a powerhouse defense by any stretch of the imagination. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and lay the 3.5. I'm gonna lay the 3.5 with Arizona at home against that Washington. I mean, that their defense is suspect, and I think Kyler Murray can take advantage of it. And James Conner on the ground. I really like James Conner, probably 2+ touchdowns. You might want to think about sprinkling on that one. Oh, okay. All right. New England. Ooh, man, they're going to Frisco. Frisco, something's wrong in Frisco, right? They're scoring points, but their defense is also getting scored on. Their defense is not like it was last season. I will say this. 10.5 is a lot of points. You're looking at that going, holy cow, 10.5? 10.5 for Frisco at home. I'll lay it. And this is why I'm going to lay it. New England is ranked 32nd in pass yards, 32nd in total yards per game. Where on the flip side, you got San Francisco, first in pass yards, third in total yards a game, and I think they're like 10th in rushing without McCaffrey. That's why this is 10.5. I'll lay the 10.5 in Frisco. I'll lay the 10.5 all day. After everything they've been going through, this is, I think they come out, I think they slaughter New England. Kansas City going to the LA Chargers here. This is a trap. This is a trap game. They don't want you to pick Chargers at all with what they got going on. Herbert's, I think it's his ankle now, is banged up. Derwin James suspended for the game. Let me show you something here. I'm going to show you why this is a trap. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. Look at that. You see those numbers? Look at public. Look what the public's doing. Oh, geez, look at that. 94%. This should be setting off alarms. There should be fire alarms going, like, even though this is on the screen, that should just go off in my place here. I'm taking the Chargers here because we're not supposed to take the Chargers. These numbers you're looking at right here is telling us everything we need to know. Everything we need to know. They don't want you to take the Chargers. That's why we're going to take the Chargers +7 at even money too at that. Chargers +7. All right, let's go here. Let me shake and bake, get these things moved around. All right. Boy, this is a stinky game, huh? Something stinks. I think Cleveland's in town. Now, the Raiders are going to be without Max Crosby. I think I just saw that came out like literally before I sat down. Crosby's out and Devontae Smith is out. Devontae Adams. Their best players by far. I mean, they got Brock Bauer on offense. You know, he's a good tight end. Jacoby Myers would have to step up majorly, and the Raiders would have to run the ball here. Cleveland, it's hard to take Cleveland laying points, especially on the road. But I just think with what is going on in Vegas, when I don't know. See, this is another thing that pisses me off too, because the coach came out and talking about guys making business decisions. I can imagine they're going to be fired up and ready to go, but no Crosby, no Adams. I'm going to lay here. I'll lay with the road favorite at -1.5. Yeah, I don't like. I probably won't even bet this game. I'm just picking it because I just going to pick every single spread this season. But that's one to avoid. If you don't have to play it, I wouldn't play it. All right, here we go. Yeah, let's get a little volume on that. Okay. Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen is looking great. Baltimore kicked the hell out of Dallas last week. Dallas might stink. I don't know. They beat the Giants in New York. Big whoop. They always beat the Giants. At least they have for a while now. I'm taking Buffalo. You're going to give me Buffalo plus points. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that and run. I really like Josh Allen here to score even too. Man, I'm gonna ride Buffalo. I think that one's kind of the square pick probably too. But hey, man, you're giving me Josh Allen plus points here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Buffalo Bills. All right, doubleheader Monday again. All right, first 4:30 kick. We got Tennessee going to Miami. I don't even know who's playing quarterback in Miami. I have no idea. It's Friday when I record these things, so I'm sure we'll know more as the week goes on, but I don't know who's quarterbacking. Tennessee's defense, they have a decent defense. Their defense is not bad. Man, this is a stink. You know what? This is a perfect pick'em game. This is a perfect heads or tails. Tails will be the road team. Home will be the home team. H. The coin has spoken. I'm gonna take Miami money line minus 120. Man, I can't believe I'm doing that. That's crazy. But the coin decided for me. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Money line minus 120. Okay, that's it. All right, moving along. Last game of week 4 here. What do we got? Oh yeah, this is gonna be. Oh, I'm looking forward to this game. 5:15 kick, so it should be kicking as the Tennessee-Miami game going into half. I think it's gonna be a great Monday night football game. I'm gonna sit back and just watch and just want to see points scored. Points scored from both teams. This might be a hell of a good game. I'm going to take the over 46.5 in Detroit. Seattle can score. Detroit can score. Defenses will allow teams to score. This is going to be fun. This is probably one of the best games on the slate here. I'm all over Detroit over. Yeah, I'm all over Detroit over. Abso-freaking-lutely. And as always, okay, I know I've said this in the past, but I really do mean it. Self-scout. I still have not hit the For the People parlay yet. Damn it. 3 in a row, haven't hit one. So I figured, you know what? Let's get silly. I'm not hitting these things anyway, so let's put a wild one up. Crazy shit can happen, right? Here it is. Yes. Plus 17,500. 17,500. 3-legger. Each running back to have two or more touchdowns. Bijan Robinson in New Orleans. James Conner against that bad Washington defense. And Kelsey to finally do something. The noise is loud around Kelsey right now. And with the Chargers secondary, Derwin being gone and their issues they're having on, with their own stuff, Kelsey to score twice seems very possible. Watch, this is the one that does finally hit. Haven't hit one of these yet. And watch, it's this one that's gonna. You sprinkle on this, you're making some money. So, all right, as always, let's try and bet everything to win, huh? All right, later.